Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to do something that I don't think I've ever done before on my channel, which is to kind of curate my ultimate makeup collection. Like if I didn't have my vanity, if everything was going to be gone, I would only save these items to do a full face of makeup. Let's get straight into my collection. So here we have the items that I would keep. This is the cream of the crop. I don't have the eyeshadows with me because I will link you to my MAC eyeshadow video, and I'm going to just list off which ones are my favorite, and you can check them out there because I didn't list 15. I think I listed 6. I was really trying to condense what I would consider my perfect makeup collection. So we are first going to start off with the face. The primer that I would choose is the Becca Ever Matte Perfecting Primer. It mattifies my skin, fills in my pores, and those are the two things I look for the most out of any primer. So I'm going to pick this one. For foundation, I have 2 options. These are my only 2 foundation options I have. I love the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. I use the shade Sahel, and I would consider this one my everyday use. It's a medium buildable coverage, but I would say more of a strict medium. And then the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is a mattifying, will not budge, not going anywhere foundation, and this is a full coverage one. So depending on what I'm looking for or what I need, I will go between these 2. For concealer, I chose the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have the shade Ginger, and this is more of my natural skin tone shade, but I would probably pick up either, I don't know if vanilla or custard would be a better fit, but those 2 seem pretty popular, and I would use that for lighter days. But just in terms of consistency and wear and just how it applies, I love the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. For powders, I picked 2 different ones. The first one is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. I use the shade Medium Dark. I like to use this for a, as the name suggests, natural look. This does give a nice subtle luminous glow to the skin, mimicking real skin, and I feel that it does set my makeup without having it look extremely powdery, which some powders tend to do. And that would be an assuming case for this next product, which is the MAC Patrick Star Loose Setting Powder. This came out in his collection, and I find that out of all the loose powders that I have, this is probably the best. It does mattify my skin, but it doesn't kind of gather in my lines. I feel like it's a very sheer it's a sheer layer of product. Considering it is a loose powder, you can pack on loose powder like nobody's business, but I feel like this doesn't kind of look like your traditional loose powder when it comes to baking. I feel like it's a soft, subtle layer of powder, but still mattifies the skin, and I like to use this in my crevices here and throughout my T-zone area where I get oily the most. Moving on to eyebrows, I mean, what do you expect? Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I use the shade Medium Brown. This is my last one. I will end up repurchasing it because I don't have a backup, and I absolutely love this. This is my pencil of choice. It's not, it's the perfect amount of wax and creaminess. And if I'm going for a pomade, I love the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown. I feel like it's a perfect color. I know it's not as warm as people with my skin tone usually goes for, but I feel like it's kind of an up from a taupe color. I would prefer to use this on an everyday but more carved eyebrow look, depending on what I'm going for. This is more everyday, and this is for like snatch, but still not crazy. Continuing on with eye stuff, for an eyeliner, I prefer the NYX or NYX matte liquid liner. I used to use the NYC one, and I remember when they got discontinued, and I was like, oh, my heart was in pain. And then my friend said, hey, this is kind of similar to it, why don't you try it out? I'm in love. I absolutely love this thing. I have it on right now. It is amazing. It is the easiest thing to apply, and I love the brush tip applicator. It gives me like that sharp line. If I'm going to go with a eyeliner pencil, I love MAC's Coasta Riche. I'm going to show that one to you. and it's a darkened, like deep chocolate brown. I would rather use a dark brown eyeliner, a pencil liner, than a black one. I feel like black can be too harsh, but this gives you enough drama to emphasize like your eyes, but still doesn't, it's not dramatic. Can you guys guess what my mascara choice is? I'm pretty sure you guys know what it is. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Ultimate favorite mascara of all time. The waterproof one is really good too, but I try not to use that because it's pretty strong, and I don't have enough lashes as it is, so I won't be using that anytime soon. But if I just want a really reliable mascara, I always go to this. I think I have like 3 or 4 backups. For eyelashes, I pick the ones that I have on right now, and these are the Ardell 113s. I've used them probably in the majority of my videos because they're my favorite pair. They're wispy, but they're a little bit longer than the traditional Ardell wispies. They do have like a cat eye effect, which is my preferred or my preference in lashes, and I love the way they look. You apply on mascara, they look phenomenal. I have to pick my favorite blushes. I had to pick 3: a pink, a peach, and like a neutral color. I would say neutral. So for the pink, I would pick Pinch Me. This is what I have on my cheeks today, and I applied it from the outside inwards, and this is one of like the most pigmented blushes. The ones that I have for you are some of MAC's most pigmented blushes. Sometimes it's hit or miss. This is amazing. For the peachy color, I chose Peaches. Cult favorite, must have, again, very pigmented, goes very well with tan skin. I feel like this is one of the best complementary skin tones or blushes for tan skin. Lastly, for like everyday wear, Gingerly. What else is there to say? Another cult favorite. This is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure that if you've been a follower of makeup for some time, you have either swatched this or owned it because it's that good. For highlighter, I have 2 options. If I only had to pick one, I would go with this first one, which is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. Again, I've used this a ton. This is very similar to what I would consider my ultimate favorite, the NARS Tribulation Blush, but that is no longer in existence, so I had to pick something that you guys can pick up, and this is very close to it. It is a subtle champagne glow. I absolutely love it. It doesn't make me look like a disco ball, and that is important because I have texture on my skin. And this is the Bobbi Brown bronzing, just kidding, highlighting powder in Bronze Glow. It's so pretty. I feel, again, with like the tan complexion, bronze looks amazing on our skin tone, and I find like this just makes me look like it's summer all the time and I'm a bronze goddess, and I don't even really go to the beach. So here you go. Fake it till you make it. These are my 2 NARS bronzers. I love my NARS Casino bronzer for when I want a darker bronze, which is what I have on today. And then I would use the Laguna bronzer if I want something more subtle and has a little bit of a golden glow, because who doesn't want to be golden? This is NARS Casino, and this is NARS's Laguna. Has little specks of gold in it, and it is a more neutral tone bronzer, and I love it. I broke the lid. I need to replace it because it's just like ugly to look at, but again, the product is not bad, so I can't spend money. I gotta keep it. We have lips. Starting off with lip liner, I only have 2. Again, I'm trying to keep everything to a minimum. This is Cork. Do I need to talk about Cork? I use it like every other video. It's this one here. Sometimes when you use nudes or pinks, the outer, like the lining of your lips, it looks off. It doesn't look like it matches. I feel like this helps your, like, the blending between your skin and your lips. Like, it just flows. It looks amazing. This is, again, I would consider it more of a neutral tone lip liner, but it has more of that pink flush because I feel like it would match the lip choices that I have picked out. So I would be able to go through these two lip liners and be able to pull off different looks with the lip choices that I have here. First off, we have MAC's Velvet Teddy. This is again one of like the cult favorites. It's so flattering. I've seen various people apply this, like they have different skin tones, and it just looks amazing. Again, with that cork lip liner, if it's too light for you, apply that on first. It's so good. Now my favorite lip formula of all time has to be NARS's Velvet Matte Lip Crayons, and I have the colors Bahama and Walkery. This might look similar to Velvet Teddy. I don't even need lip liners for this. I love applying it and then feathering it out. It still pulls the natural look of your lips, but the color still comes through. It's that powdery finish. I just love the way this looks. Again, this has to be my favorite lip formula lip look out of all the lip products that I have. This is the cream of the crop. My favorites. I almost didn't include a lip gloss, but I feel like it is such a part of like my collection, so I'm just gonna pick one lip gloss that I'm going to use like forever. This is probably the one I would buy, and this is MAC's Cream Sheen Glass. Yeah, Cream Sheen Glass in Boy Bait, and it is a milky kind of peach. I would say it's more peach than pink. It's a milky color, and I love to apply this over. This doesn't take away from the colors in like the lipstick or the lip liners, but it adds just a touch and a little bit of that high shine to make your lips all juicy. So now lastly, the eyeshadows that I would use for the rest of my life would have to be, and will be linked down below. I'm going to link you to the MAC, like my top MAC my top MAC eyeshadows of all time. It's like my favorite, and you will find a swatch of these items here. So the first one has to be Saddle. I think Saddle is my favorite transition color of all time. It is so pigmented. It's the right shade of brown. Like, it's my favorite shade of brown. It gives me a shadow in the crease and transitional space of my eyes, and I can just wear that and I'm like, literally I'm good to go. In addition to that, I do love Soft Brown, which is another matte brown color. I would have Embark, and I would use that either for liner, for outer corner wear, for a smoky eye. I would be careful though to see if your Embark swatches well, because sometimes it's really pigmented and sometimes it's just kind of has that hard surface. So if you don't want to risk that chance, I would buy Ground Brown. It's fairly close. It's another deep dark brown color, but that always swatches very well. So either between those two, but I would normally pick Embark because it's what I normally pick anyways. I would also pick Texture. Texture is, it's a matte with subtle like sheen in it, like a, not subtle sheen, like it's got little specks of glitter in it, and it's this kind of reflective gold. It's very subtle though. I find that I could use Texture as a crease color or transition color, and it's a bit warmer, and so it contrasts the other two transition colors, and so it varies from warmth to like neutral browns. And then my two favorite lid shades, they're very close, but I would just have to pick those two because they're my favorites. They're my favorites. I love MAC's Bronze. Oh, I think that would be like my ultimate favorite lid shade. Like, I love MAC's Bronze, and I also love MAC's Woodwinked. It's more of like an antiqued bronze. It's just as good. It's so good. It's so good. If I had to go with another lid shade, because that's like only two, I would pick mattes over like lid shades any day. But Amber Lights is another good one, as well as Honey Lust. Honey Lust is a pretty color as well. So guys, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you've done a similar video or if you would like to create a list down below for me to look at, let's share ideas. I truly do love getting you guys' feedback. It makes me happy to know that, you know, we're talking about makeup and I'm not just sitting here all alone with all my passionate love for makeup and I've got nobody to share with. So lonely. Please. Again, if you guys like this makeup look, first link down below to Instagram. There you will find everything on my face. Also, if you guys like this video and have not done so already, go ahead and click the red subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. And until the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.